Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Straight Line Racing League here for Season 5, the first round of the T1 season here at Australia. I'm coming to Owen White, and with me in the box, we've got Ben Gallagher.
Hello all. Should be a good race today. Had a pretty good pre-season race last week in Bahrain. So excited to see how everyone lines up today.
So, you join us with 3 minutes to go in qualifying when all the times start to put in. We've got a Ferrari 1-2 at the moment, but expect that to probably change as we see this session progress. We've got Forium out there on a different strategy on the Super Softs, although we do think Ultra to Soft is probably as good an option. We'll see how the strategies work with him. We know he's very quick, obviously, being, I think, the champion still. So, yeah. We'll see what he does. We know he likes a different strategy. We know he can succeed with it. And, yeah, we'll see what he does. First of all, of course, we have to see how high he goes up. He's in the final sector now. And he's going to run out of ERS. I've noticed, actually, a lot of people keep forgetting they have to save ERS during this lap to have enough to go down the main straight. If you watch him now, he's going to run out. And that actually slows you down massively. You might as well be going down there. You might as well be going down there on 0 ERS, which is effectively what you do when you run out of energy to use, which is extremely slow. So yeah, people don't seem to realise that.
Don't like to keep all the power they have for as long as they can have it, rather than thinking about the long run. 3 drivers out already. I imagine most of, maybe at least 2 of them have been out of that turn 12. The infamous corner is taking many cars. Oh yeah.
No, I've seen. I'm watching actually Calcars right now. I watched him in a league race yesterday around this track. He finished 3rd, so he's got good pace, and yeah, we'll see how he gets on through the final corner to finish his lap. He has been saving his ERS enough to go down the main straight, just about, and to the line he goes into P4, slower than Forium, even though the Force India driver is on the Super Soft, showing just how quick he is. And Speedster on his out lap has just gone off, so that's not going to help his tyres as he prepares for a final run. And in fact, being so close to the start of the lap, that could actually potentially ruin it. His teammate, the man who finished 2nd in the title chase last season,
2.5 tenths up in sector 1.
Yeah, so we'll look to see if he can start this season on the front foot, unlike Ferrari in real F1, obviously. But we'll see how he gets on. He's already a 10th up, 1.92 in the first sector, so very quick in his Ferrari. And for him into the pits, so he's not going to improve. Regardless of what happens now, he's going to be 3rd at best. So yeah, we've seen other people retire as they finish their laps, or maybe just crash. You never really know with this game. The surface still up, but is it enough for pole? I don't think at the moment it isn't. We've seen more people
still won't improve. It's 2.5 tenths down. So
yeah,
it needs to be quickly through this final sector.
That mistake from Speedster on his outlap could have really cost him there, actually, to be fair. And then we've got a slow Mercedes.
Let's see if it does.
So
surface on the final corner now.
Yeah.
That'll be RS.
And it's not enough. Speedster is on pole then. Last man on track to finish the lap. He may not improve, but he's already done more than enough on pole at the moment by 8 100ths of a second. Does he extend that advantage? Yes, he does, by another 10th. So Speedster on pole for the first round with a 19.5.
It's a very good lap. Yeah, it's quite a good lap. I find the TT times are quite a bit faster. I find quali is not very comparable to time trial, at least from the few races that I've seen. So Thorium's starting a bit further back than he'd like, but he is on a harder tyre, so he'll have to worry less in that first stint, and he will be able to go longer. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes for him.
So Speedster get his season off to the best possible start, and Ferrari locking out the front row. I think R2 went third there in the end in his Williams, but he was a whole half a second off the Ferrari pace. So they're looking pretty strong in the early stages of the season. Rest of the grid: Forium, Alex Musica, Kalkers, not even going to try, Nick Nike, Siapi FIFA, and Milix Jr. And then Tuomas Pirate, Six Fields, Mystic Man, Chipafini, Mebe, and Evos at the back of the grid with no time. I wonder if he DC'd or something. Or maybe crashed. Yeah, he crashed, didn't he?
He crashed on his first flying lap. To get into the race then, Tier 2 reigned for the whole race last night, so I haven't checked the comments, so I don't know if it's going to rain or not. No. Probably.
Thank God for that.
Thank God.
So this is actually a rain-affected race. Last season, it came at the end, and it actually did shake up the order quite a bit, but I think a full race we saw on TT last night didn't unfortunately make for great racing. But
yeah, it kind of just meant everyone spun and there was massive gaps between all the drivers, and yeah, it wasn't great. But hopefully today it will be better, especially with being dry.
Well, I think Mebe took this race last season. It'll take quite some effort to win again from nearly last. Last of the times that were actually set anyway. So we'll have to wait and see how he gets on. And others as well. How far will Forium go in his first stint? I think the undercut here is quite powerful, so he'll have to probably be leading this race, quite frankly, before the pit stop start, if he's going to get any advantage of it. I just don't see him doing
if
very
the fellas
well
ahead of him on the ultras, which they probably will, they'll stop first. They'll stop before him. So if he can get a few good laps in after the ultra runners pit, he might have a chance at the lead.
So only one
pile up here in the lap.
Only one soft compound runner then in the field. That is Chupafini. So we will have to wait and see what he does from there. Down in 15th, may find himself a little bit higher up the field, obviously, as people pit around him. And top 9, from the top 9, only got 8 of them on the Ultra Sauce, and then the rest, like say, Supers or Sauce. So not many people actually wanted to go with a purple tyre, but yeah, I don't think it really makes much difference.
It can get a bit slippery, sort of between laps 5 and 8, 9, where you would be lap 8, 9. They kind of be the pit window for the Ultra Softs. They are quite tricky, especially with no assists to control. Personally, I would feel safer on a set of super softs, especially because you take them longer as well. So we'll see how it goes. Hold it together. Milix also had a great race in pre-season, coming from last to come second. He starts from 10th today, sort of middle of this 17-car field. See how it all pans out as they roll around the final corner now.
So it's Speedster then on pole from his teammate, and R2. I think R2, was he here last season? If he was, I think he had okay pace when he was. So we'll see how he gets on in his Williams. And yeah, for him in his championship winning car from last season, looking to do the double. Will we see him do that? A win here would be a good start, and his alternate strategy should make it interesting anyway. We'll see how it all pans out, but here comes Evos then, last man to park on his grid slot as we get ready for the 5 red lights and for the season to start here in SLR in Australia. We've got lights coming on and 5 ahead of the drivers. They get away, decent start from the front row, I think, from the 2 Ferraris. No real pressure down to turn 1 for Speedster. Anyways, got Forium already trying to go to third place, but the 2 Ferraris are away, and Forium making the move work. And there's an incident back there.
In the background.
CYP FIFA into the wall. And apart from that, we've got a Red Bull as well. Both Mercedes being hit.
3 wide. Turn 3. Further back the pack. There's a lot of Toros. Just going. That's not where you want to be going too wide. Further back the pack there. But who have we got?
My
We've got
goodness.
Thorium who's mid his way up into 3rd. R2 hasn't had the best start, but it'll be on tail of Thorium now.
Oh,
Going into second
incident
three
there.
covers.
We've got Tuomas into the wall as a car
car's
up
going
over the
under someone.
top. I think that was Mebe going over the top of a Renault there. I think maybe a bit of desync. I don't know if these two can see each other. That could be the glitch that's happening there. But they're really going
The
for it. Look
cars
at them.
travelling in herds here, coming down towards turns 11 and 12. Yeah, they're a bit too close for
Oh
comfort
my
here.
goodness, that is just precarious. Oh my god.
A Renault is on top of a Toro Rosso coming down there.
Yes, they clearly can't see each other. That is the issue that's going on there. So try to ignore that, people.
Yeah, let's just
One of this.
going on at the front.
Mystic Man off a little bit wide. We can see Melik's trying to have a go. And into the pits there comes Tuomas in his damaged Red Bull.
Milik's down towards turn 1. He's going to try to take 10th place back from Mystic Man, who took it from on lap 1. He's going to have the inside line, breaks a little bit later, and he has the position on the McLaren, who has a Toro Rosso behind him of maybe that'll have the run on him. There's a teleporting McLaren or a Renault in there somewhere.
Renault, yeah.
And Mystic Man holds position. I don't really trust what I'm seeing right now because it could teleport and turn into a completely different situation at any moment.
Yes.
So
We've got two cars glued to each other. Luckily, it's not as bad as. Oh, okay, ignore that.
Oh yeah. Anyway,
Somehow, Mystic Man has to watch all this take place and not get distracted. He's got them two. He's sandwiching these two apart, so that is good. Keep doing that, please. The last thing we need is more of that.
Alex Musica has gotten a stop-go for corner cutting. 5-second stop-go.
Sometimes corner cutting can be not even a corner cut and you'll get it, so I don't know what about all that. Pirate damages his front wing now on the back of the Pirate, or no, well, Mystic Man. And we should probably go back to the front now because DRS will be enabled as they start lap 3. And the two Ferraris are very close to each other, still running 1-2, speedster from surface. Thorium on the Supers isn't able to catch up at the moment, but luckily he's got a 7/10 gap, which is, it's not massive, but it shouldn't mean DRS will actually affect him at all.
Kinda needs to stay with them for the first few laps here because he will be slower on the harder tyre in the first few laps. Once the much stuff starts to die out, that'll be his time to pounce on those front two. It's just the start he needed really to get ahead of R2 and get after those Ferraris.
So we've also got Calcos and R2, who, to be fair, are looking quite quick. Obviously, we know Thorium is on slower tyres, but yeah, he does have to look at his mirrors a little bit, although he may not have to for much longer. Look how close these two Ferraris have just got. DRS here, first one on the track out of turn 12, which will give them a great run. And then the next detection point on the exit here. As you can see, 4/10, easily close enough, and it should give a good chance all the way down through turn 1s, 2 and 3. So we shall possibly see a change to the lead here if Surface does stay close enough. Obviously looking at trying to take the title this year, was certainly close to it last season, and seeing his teammate in front of him probably isn't great. And we got Alex Musica. Oh my god! That's a horrible accident there. Somehow though they have managed to survive. I don't quite know what Musica was trying there, but he did. He certainly gave a Mystic Man a bit of a shock. Put his halo into good use, or I don't know which McLaren it was. It was a McLaren.
Oh, Zevo's out. He's hit Alex. He's hit Alex Musica, who's going slow with the damaged front wing.
It was Six Seals, yeah. It was Six Seals front. It was Six Seals halo that just got tested. Rather scary incident there. Flying over the top was the Red Bull, who decided after spinning off in the final corner just to drive straight into him. It was a really stupid decision. Now, what is he taking out Evos as well? Where did he end up? Turn 1?
Yeah, turn 1, Evos hit the back of him by the looks of things. Evo will not be happy about that. Alex has to limp around now. How's Chuck Thingy going to deal with him? The last man that tried to pass Alex didn't fare so well, and Chuck Thingy's hit the back of him and damaged his front wing as well.
So 2 Renaults damaged then in the early stages. Not good for them. And we've got 4M9 DRS of Surface, who looks a tad caught up behind his teammate. he is in DRS, but not able to really make anything work, and that is the fundamental issue with this track. You can't overtake at all, so that's a shame.
No,
but
really.
We'll see how creative these guys get when it comes to trying to overtake anyway. Whatever Alex Musica was trying, maybe not the best idea, so don't copy him, but copy everyone else. Who knows? I mean, Mebe's making moves work side by side in turn 2.
Oh.
And still with DRS, he has to try for the outside of turn 3 and then switch back, but just no way through. And we got 6 still, so 5 seconds stop go, just making, just a real mess. That really unlucky there. When you lose a bit of your front wing, it's harder to slow down due to any falling victims to that as well. And I don't know these guys run racing line, but if you run racing line, if you have a damaged front wing, it will tell you to brake at the wrong point. That's why we always see some of these speeding penalties with a damaged front wing.
Yeah.
But
I don't think that's they use racing line tier 1 though, so that I think maybe they just misjudged it.
Alright, okay.
At this point.
Look at Speedster. He is seeing Forium right behind him now, and he's surely thinking he has to get past his teammate now. You'd imagine there'd be no team orders, but they are in the same team, as you can see by their gamer tags. So if this does go wrong, I wouldn't mind getting invited to that chat to see what exactly is going on. But yes,
it's about at this point that them Ultrasofts will start to get a bit wobbly now, and sort of Thorium will start to be able to capitalise on the 2 Ferraris ahead of them. Like you said, overtaking is hard on this track. Turn 3 is your main realistic opportunity, and even that relies on your exit out at turn 1 and 2.
No, that is that Alex Musica right ahead? He's DC, but I don't think he's ghosted. They turned ghosting off. Whose idea was that? Oh, this is gonna be a little bit precarious. Oh, that's a bit worrying.
Slow down. Slow down.
Well, he's not actually there. It's an AI controlling him. It's just why you can see because he had an X above his name. I just don't quite understand the thinking behind not putting ghosting on. But okay.
Yeah.
Oh, look at these guys. A bit of a slide in the exit. Sorry to interrupt. We've got Speedster though being put under real pressure. Free abreast. Oh, for the lead! Oh. Who comes out on top? Mebe's out of this race. We've got Surface going across the track. And then we got R2. Look out for R2 here. Forium into the lead. Forium leads it, but will R2 take second place? As we're seeing all sorts of chaos going on now on lap 6. R2 takes second, but Forium takes the lead, and the Ferraris have just had a disaster.
Another one. While all that was happening, Milik spun coming into sector 3 sideways on the track, and nearly took out a few fellas behind him. I think he might. Did he get Mebe? Was Mebe in the race?
I think Mebe and Milik, they both retired separately.
Okay, so well, yeah, Milik's spun, and I imagine he might have been hit by a car that was coming or something like that. He was sideways and still in the race, and then he suddenly retired. So I'm not sure what exactly has happened there. Speedster pits onto the soft tyres. He's going for the one stop here, is he?
Yes, I imagine it's the only sort of sensible option there, and rather lucky that these guys all managed to escape relatively undamaged from whatever the hell it. Whose idea was that to go free abreast, honestly? Never gonna work. Especially that part of the track. But whatever, it means Forium is into the lead there. I don't know if there was any contact either, maybe just people pushing too hard, but it was just a little bit of a mess.
A treat. Thorium had a similar thing last week where he gets into quite a colossal battle with 3 or 4 cars involved and comes out on top. It's great. It's great racecraft from him, I suppose you could say, to be able to come from 2 laps ago. He was quite at a bit of a disadvantage on the Ferraris. But he's gotten into a bit of a squabble and he's come out at this point, I imagine, the favourite to win. If he can keep them super softs going and get onto the softs.
So,
try to get the overcut on the Ferraris.
I said the LR chat might get a little bit interesting later on. I don't reckon these two will be very happy, the Ferrari boys. They're both making their pit stops now. We've got Nike in as well. But yeah, they've made the early stop anyway. Coming out, they've lost loads of time. That goes without saying, I think, really, with all that was going on there. But doing the undercut now, can they maybe fight back? It depends if they're any close to each other. As we see, they're going to be side by side towards turn 1 almost. Look at this. Right on the outside, try Speedster. And here we go, it's round 2 between the two Ferraris. Probably not already too happy with each other after what went down. And down towards turn 3. Who comes out on top? Surface should. But Speedster will go flying around the outside. And with more grip on the warmer tyres, he is going right around the outside into P6. And Surface will just be boiling inside. He'll be absolutely furious that he's lost that place.
He's right under his rear wing here coming into the second sector. He'll be itching to get that position back. The Supersofts will heat up quite a bit faster than... Oh, is that a glitch on my screen?
Yes.
Are they both on soft?
Both on soft.
Right, they're both on the same tyre. That's a glitch on my screen. But like you said, yeah, Surface won't be quite happy as he was the one who was forced off the track, I think, at turn 11.
Yes, I think it was.
Going 3 wide. So, yeah, like you say, he won't be happy with that. It was a great move from Surface, or Speed Steeding, around the outside there. I was quite impressed with that.
He's making good use of the tyres as well. Obviously, being 1 lap older, they're now all fully, heated up, and he's away already, nearly out of DRS range of his teammate now. And yeah, Surface, I don't know. He just sort of has to get into a rhythm, get back into the race, and not lose his head.
Now these two Ferraris might get caught up with Calkers here down towards turn 1.
Oh, they will. Calkers jumps them then, so not a good sign really for the rest of the race for these guys. And off the track, and his teammate has to slow right down to avoid hitting him. And this is going to slow them down even more. It's just going worse and worse for them. And Surface gets past, and they've been jumped by Calkers, and they've been off the track, and they've had all sorts going wrong today. And now Space just lost the place to his teammates, and more yellow is in sector 3. I wonder what's going on there. Evo? Might have been Evo. Don't know.
It's really not been the day for Ferrari, has it? The boys in red have had a very sad day today.
Whether it's in game or real life, it just doesn't seem to work out for them.
It's not going well. There's 20 laps to make up for it. Calker's only 7/10 up the road. So we'll see what they can make of it. They certainly have the pace.
R2 in the pits as well. You'd imagine R2 is going to jump these guys as well. And
interesting to see.
make the Ferrari says even worse. And they're going to be catching up to the damaged Pirate now. That's going to hold Calkers up, so that gives the Ferraris a small chance. And this is going to be a very bunched up group of 4 cars, which could become 5. We'll wait and see what happens with R2 out of the pits. He comes. There is Calkers, and he is going to be side by side. The Ferraris are going to be behind, and that is going to be frustrating him so much more. Surface on the outside has to back off. Look out for his teammate now, as these two go really forward. The Williams and the Ferrari. Flashbacks of the 90s here and the early noughties. And Surface, does he come out on top? He sort of needs to here to see if something get back to a net second place. And run the outside of turn 5, that doesn't work, and Speedster has to back off. And the Ferraris lose just seconds on top of seconds on top of seconds. Mikey was 3 seconds back from these guys. He's right up at the back of them now.
It is some great racing here, but the Ferraris won't be enjoying it one bit. While all this is happening, they're losing time to the man they're trying to beat out front, which is Thorium. All of this is losing them time to him, and I can't see them coming out ahead of Thorium now. It's Thorium box. Thorium in the box.
And we've got a slow Pirate there being overtaken by Calkers. Probably doesn't need to fight that one too hard. And well, DRS is not going to help these guys out much. And Pirate, you know what? He could even stay out for a few more laps. He's on the alternate tyre. Thorium should be fine, yeah. Pirate does stay out. Oh my! We've got a 5-car train here, and we've got a relatively slow car being chased down by everyone else. And from my knowledge of league racing, this doesn't normally end too well, does it?
No, you've got a rainbow of cars coming through the first sector now, and this could get intense.
Here comes Surface, already trying to switch back on R2, and he's got a chance down the inside, but so goes R2 on Pirate, backs out the last minute, but it means Surface can't get through. And look out for his teammate then, Speedster and Nike as well. It's Williams versus Ferrari versus a rather slow Renault. It doesn't have the ingredients of a very safe affair, does it?
It does not in the slightest. We'll see how it turns out. I can't see front wings staying together for much longer, but
R2's front wing probably had a bit of a panic attack there. Nearly ripped it off on the back of Pirate. And through here, the chicane, Pirate's going to be so much slower and a bit offline, and they're all a little bit wide onto the grass. Just dirty air, not helping through there.
Please surface the outside.
But now he's got Pirate blocking him at R2.
R2 down the inside.
Talk about taking advantage. There goes
great.
Speedster.
Surface on the inside now.
Or is it? Yeah. Oh,
He's on the inside as well. Loves Pirate. He's getting impatient
free
here.
abreast.
Oh!
Pirate.
Capitalized. Pirate just got swallowed up there, and he pits as you would expect.
Like he's got a great run here.
Will be the soft tire.
On Speedster. Speedster had to do a lot there to get past, but so did Nike, quite frankly. And into turn 1, they're going side by side. Nike tries to do a better exit, but I think he was just too slow. Both of them will have DRS still, thanks to the detection point being just miles ago. Quite literally. And Speedster locks up onto the grass. He loses the place. Oh, man.
Not what Speedster needs now. His teammate as well as R2 will be getting away at this point. It's not what he needs.
Once upon a time, the Ferraris were 1-2, now they're 4-6. And that is a genuine position now. That is not, no more pit stops to happen. They have to fight back themselves here. And for him, he's out front ahead of Calkers now. He's also gained quite a lot from all this. He was, what, 6th, 7th on the grid, so he'll be enjoying himself in his Mercedes. And Surface gets a penalty. Ah, here comes Speedster.
Fellas, you'll notice, who have been avoiding the trouble tend to be the fellas that have gained the most out of these few battles.
Well, luckily the battling,
right stuck in.
the battling happened while Calkers was on his own out there, able to make plenty of time, and Speed still loses his front wing end plate, and his head is probably gone. I think it may be safe to say that.
Wing end plate flying, but then I'm looking at his front wing and there's nothing actually gone. That might just be my screen.
Nah, it's broken. But the left-hand side is gone. Surface.
Yeah, a bit of the ash.
Surface will be hoping not to have the same fate as he tried to get past R2, just not close enough though, unfortunately for him. Yellow's in sector 3. I wonder who this is for. It is for CYP. Final corner, and he's
again.
Broke his front wing.
Coming now.
Good awareness to get out of the way. Them two. And CYP FIFA broke his front wing earlier in the race and has broken it again. Ah dear.
Not the best race for old CYP and the Mercedes.
So Nike just can't quite catch up to Surface at the moment. I imagine that's probably a little bit to do with looking at his mirrors most of the time because of Spacer, but Spacer now damaged. He's just lost so much through the chicane, you could see it. I still don't know how to say his name. I'm not going to try. The hat is going to be catching.
Told me to call him Blunt.
Call him
that
what?
Guy with the weird name. Blunt.
Blunt.
B-L-U-N-T.
Blunt.
Yeah,
okay, we'll call him Blunt then. So,
yeah.
Blunt will be catching Spacer though pits, so it's not going to matter. Blunt will get past. And, well, what a disaster. Let's see. He's going to go onto some super sauce, you would imagine. It's the only tyre that makes sense. And it is a set of the red tyres. And it's taken so long to get that front wing on. And Hi-Fi's are going to fall 2 mass pits as well. And Pirate's probably too far back. So Spacer will fall down into P8. And really nowhere near gaining that place again, I don't think. He's a good 5 seconds clear.
Yeah.
Well, Blunt will have to pit again. He's on a 2-stop, of course, saying his tyre choice is the only one strategy he could do, really, from here. So we'll have to wait and see what he does. No, I'm seeing it, because... Okay, fair enough. Clever gamer tag making. I'm now sort of seeing that.
Yeah.
Why you can?
I called him Lex for the whole of pre-season race.
Why he decided to use that and not just a B is beyond me. But fair enough.
Just to piss off us.
Trying to make our job difficult.
Yeah. Surface has been right under R2's rear wing for a lot of laps now. He doesn't be able to make the moves. The nature of the circuit, I think.
Yeah. Not very easy to follow in these cars, of course. And Blunt does pit for his second stop. That'll probably be for another set of the supers, and he should actually only lose one place. I don't think space is close enough, but we'll have a look anyway. Let's see. Yeah, it's coming out of the pit lane. Space is only just coming onto the main straight now. So yeah, Space, we'll say 8th then. Blunt makes up a place on him. Yay! And Mystic Man, it has to be said, sort of out of nowhere, has also sort of kept his nose clean. He's up into P6 now, and he should stay there really for the rest of the race. So well done to him. And Surface still in his fight for the podium, not quite as good as the fight for the win, but still good. We'll see if he can finally make it work. Spacer gets a penalty, which is just insult to injury, I think, really. At this point, he's got a few now. And
I'll check the penalties when I'm on it. Thorium has the 1. I'll check. Speed still. It was 1, 2. Speed says 2.
So,
Surface.
not as bad as I thought it would be with Speedster. I must have just saw them both pop up, sort of assumed there'd be more and sort of that, but no, okay, only 2. Would put him aside the points nearly, but just depends what other people have. I know Pyro has at least 1 anyway, so I guess it doesn't really matter. And there's Alex Musica. There's his ghosted car, obviously not ghosted because it's not been turned on, so he was actually in a genuine danger there, and he still is a genuine danger. And we'll see Nike catch him here. We'll just see exactly how much he loses, because he just has to back off, and then he doesn't really know what he's doing, and he just can't take any speed really through T5. It's just a messy situation there. But yeah, halfway through the race, and the only thing there that isn't surprising me is Thorium being out front, quite frankly. He's yeah, took advantage when he needed to. Lucky though not to die in that 3 wide incident, just where we're going through here now. I just don't know how he got out of there in the lead, let alone with his whole car put together still. Very
exactly. That's
lucky.
That's what's really won the preseason race for him last week as well. He got through a 4 or 5 car battle and came out on top, and that's kind of what won him the race in the end. And it's a similar story here this week. Just staying out of trouble really, but also being able to get through cars without too much slobbering.
So, since Mason and I starting to actually catch up to Blunt a little bit. Not very quickly, but he should be in DRS next time round. So we'll see that gap close a little bit more. That is a battle to look at. We've also still got Surface trying to catch the Williams of R2. And struggling, has to be said. He's just not able to find anywhere to pass. Just, once again, as you said, thanks to the nature of this track. Space that fastest lap of the race. So he may be down, but he's not out just yet. P8, still be decent points, better than nothing. And rather surprising that he's not going to come out with nothing. And actually, when I think about it, just seeing how mental the start of the race really was for them Ferraris.
Exactly. I think the best you can hope for really here is P6, because Mystic Man is 20 seconds behind Nick Knight. So yeah, I think that's the best you can hope for at this point in the race. With 12 laps to go here in Melbourne.
So yeah, Kalkers is doing a pretty decent job. I mentioned him a little bit earlier for just being pretty consistent and quick. And yeah, out of trouble, out of mind really for people. I don't think anyone really considered him when they were doing a lot of fighting, and it shows. He's in 2nd place and quietly making his way up the field. And looking at taking 2nd place. I said I saw him finish 3rd in another league race I was in. So you know, next time I see him, maybe he'll win.
Maybe.
With aggression.
In the midst of all of this, well, it's not actually all happening. But,
yeah, it's calmed down quite considerably, hasn't it?
Still behind R2.
Space it did, because Space has just lost buckets of time. And I don't see him with any damage again or anything. He just doesn't have much pace. He just set a fastest lap. I'm pretty sure he still has it. But after that, he's just fallen off the cliff somehow. I am quite concerned actually about that. You've got Mystic Man catching up to traffic. Once again, the first sector, just not a great place for it! Oh. And we got
damage.
Speedster! Oh my goodness! Broke his front wing again. He tries to take them out, and now he's going to be off into the grass. Whose idea was it to not put ghosting on? His Speedster's front left end plate's gone again. And then he tried to take out the Red Bull in a bit of a race, but then realised there's no one there, it's just an AI, and so he gave up on that quite quickly. Oh my god.
Exactly.
And he's taken himself into the wall, and he couldn't even take himself out. He tries again and finally crashes out of the race. Absolute disaster. Oh,
Absolutely.
man.
I think the decision to turn off that ghosting was made. I don't know if you remember in Baku. Well, I don't know about that, but in Baku, I don't know if you were you commentating on that race. Baku
Yes.
in the rain and Tekken Gaming took the win. Thorium got crashed.
Yes.
I think that's where there was a big outrage.
Well, it's happened
That's
again.
why it
We've
was
got
turned
another huge outrage. I mean, ghosting was off. That's what caused that incident. Then Woody should have turned it
Yeah.
on. Who knows? Maybe it was just an
It's the
accident. But
inconsistency of
Oof.
ghosting. That's
Yeah.
was this bit of
oh,
confusion.
Mystic Man, what's he done there then? Has he just given up, or has he just forgot to brake? He's off in Narnia, and
Where is it?
he's
Where is that?
gravel shot at turn 3,
Turn 3, yeah.
and
He
he
was
just,
on for a decent result there, Mystic Man.
I don't know really
Up from
what.
tier 2 for this race.
Don't really know what happened there. He just sort of forgot to brake. It was riding on board with him, but he just sort of went straight on. It was really weird.
You find this McLaren team needs 6 seals now. Can't seem to catch any.
It's a really odd incident now. I've never seen anyone just forget to brake. But he
Yeah.
keeps going. Maybe he just had a brain fade or something. At least he didn't crash.
Maybe. Looked away from the screen for a minute.
Maybe that's what he did.
Surface will really be getting sick of the look
Oh,
of
you can
R2's
see
rear wing right now.
Braking as late as possible, like, and he's just not able to close down at all. And there's nothing you can do about
He's
it.
on slightly older tyres as well.
There's just nothing you can do about it. And R2 is actually
Spain
caught up.
next week.
Just looking, sorry. R2 is actually catching up with Tad on Calkers, so Calkers relatively easy afternoon may get a little bit difficult as we continue on with this. We've still got 10 laps to go, including this one, so plenty can still happen.
Plenty can. Just saying with Spain next week, we might get it's a much easier track to overtake in Barcelona. So we will look forward to that. Bit of a jumbled calendar this season.
Yes, thanks to F1
may
2019
have to be
being.
shortened. Yeah. It may have to
Cheers.
be shortened as well as being jumbled.
Cheers, Coolies.
Cheers. Yeah.
I appreciate you, but why?
Yeah, and I'll be even more annoyed if we have cars riding on top of each other again. But we will see.
So, with the current situation we've got at the moment, thanks to Mystic Man being off the track, Tumas actually, after being really sort of nowhere to start, remember he broke his car, he was just nowhere. He's actually on for 9th now if he can just keep it up. I imagine Mystic Man is a little bit spooked after just sort of forgetting to I've never seen it like that before, where you think they'd have done it on purpose, but no, that genuinely looks accidental what he did. And
It's hard to know, really. You'd have to ask him yourself, I'd say, but yeah, I'm not sure. He's got them with a Red Bull of Tumas in his mirrors right now, trying to take that 9th place away from him.
Surf is still making no progress, but R2 making pretty big progress, and in fact, they're all making some progress on Thorium. Not necessarily saying it'll all, they'll all catch him up, but they're certainly quicker than him at the minute.
Only 8 laps to go here, so, well, 7 now. So
Well,
I
no,
don't
8 including
think
this
it
one,
will-
sure.
Yeah.
Oh, Nike, ooh, interesting. Did he break his front wing or what? Or is he going for a different strategy?
He's got Blunt 20 seconds behind him when hits. There's no points for fastest lap here, I don't think. So
Yeah, especially with these three all catching up for second place. Maybe he will regret that because if these guys start fighting, especially with that lap car getting in the way again.
he's lost the place to Blunt now.
That's a bit confusing, but he'll get back past again, you'd imagine. R2, look at this, has to actually go for the move. He can't just drive through a nice surface. It's going to be more stuck. And look at that, he has to back right off there. Oh my god. I love how the AI just stays on the racing line.
Beatster will be on to Alex Musica for not retiring before leaving the session.
Yeah.
That's what causes that.
I mean, Alex Musica, he's probably in quite a bit of trouble for some reason driving into six seals and trying to recover. He just sort of, I don't understand what his thinking was. It's like he wasn't aware there was any other cars around him and he just flew over the top of him.
I didn't see the incident myself, so I'm not really sure what happened.
He was spun round on the main straight and goes to spin back round and drives clean into into six seals. He was just minding his own business.
Bit of an unfortunate incident as Blunt picks up another penalty. Double check penalties again, just because there's not much more interesting.
Oh, Mystic Man! Try not to crash there. That was very close and very scary. And the Pirate as well in the back of six seals. The two McLaren seems to be falling off a cliff right now. And six seals, as we said, 17 lap old tyres, it's no surprise.
It's not. That's a bit of an interesting decision there because, yeah, those tyres are getting very close to the limit right now. Pirate only on them for 10 laps. Tumas only on them for 9 as Tumas pulls to the outside down towards turn 1 here. Right there on the outside goes the Red Bull.
Oh, Mystic Man! He spins it round on the par and he crashes and he deliberately tries to crash out, but of course he fails, as people typically will do when they try to deliberately crash. And I wonder if he's going to miss his brakes on purpose this time into turn 3. Let's see what he does.
We've got CYP behind him here, who's had plenty of spins himself today.
But he will get a point out of it now.
Up a point, yes.
Oh no, he does still make turn 3, fair enough. What's he doing now then? Is there any real point in him continuing? Quite frankly, I don't think there is, but what's he going to do? Because at this rate people are going to catch him. Forium is actually right on the back of him, look. Race leader.
Don't do anything stupid, Mystic. Take it easy.
Oh.
He's coming to the grass to stay out the way, okay. It's pretty good.
Yeah, but what's he doing? No. Oh dear. Messy.
Just cruising around, I think.
What's he doing now? He's parking it. You can't actually do that, you know, to retire. That's not how it works. If anything, it'll cause a safety car by going that slowly, and that's exactly what he doesn't really want. Well, actually, it probably is exactly what he wants to do, but just don't.
That's next level tactics right there.
Yeah, I think you get a VSC if you go slow enough, but I don't know.
Yeah, that only lasts for half a lap though.
Yeah.
Those VSCs. You'll do well to get this lap done in under 2 minutes.
Well, there's a Nike passed.
Yeah,
so,
there you go.
Yeah, I guess he loses out nothing in that whole thing.
If he has penalties, he might.
No, Tumas, he's on the back of Pirate. I don't know if anyone still flies over Pirate or if it was just one car, maybe, but we'll see. We'll see. Oh, Mystic Man. Did he forget? Or did he just do it on purpose this time? I don't even know anymore what to expect from him. But, oh! Surface. What's happened there? He's at Surface has just lost 7 seconds. I think I've just seen him recover from the gravel. And, I don't quite know what he did there, but he's now 7.3 seconds off. And,
2 masses got by the Pirate for 8th place.
Yes.
Nose and tail there through turn 12.
But I just came on to Surface. Look at him, he's got grass all over his tyres. I think he's been in the gravel potentially in turn 3. Because he's really lost loads of time there.
Possibly. It can be tricky braking into that corner. Kind of braking just after the 100. in quali, anyways. So it can be a bit dodge. He's on fresh super soft, so I would have expected him to be. Or is he? No, he's not. That's my game again.
Yes.
17 lap old softs. Yeah, I'd say it'd be quite easy to lock up on those old tires. Shouldn't really cost them though.
So R2 then is looking at trying to get onto that second place. Of course, he's been trying it for a while now. Luckily though for him, he's got a full bar ERS compared to Calker's rather empty one, and he doesn't have to worry about Surface anymore, who's nowhere near him after making a mistake. I'm trying to ride on board actually, start to see if there's anywhere we could see tyre marks or anything in the gravel, but there's nothing there. Just a really odd incident for him. Maybe it was like Mystic, who just sort of forgot to brake.
Maybe.
So Alex Musica's car is still going round, but he does not count as a car that's actually going anywhere. So that means we're only going to get 10 finishes here. A race of high attrition, as we often do see in races like this, when people always like to get all nice and close and personal. And yeah, we've still got Tumas, by the way, making a great charge at the field against 6 Sales on 21 lap old tyres compared to 12. I know who I'm putting my money on.
Yeah, Six Seals is known to defend a little bit aggressively at times. So it'll be interesting to see how this turns out. Might be a spectacular crash to finish off this race, or it could be a nice little overtake from Tumas. It's hard, no, really.
It is difficult sometimes.
Down. Of course, Six Seals on much older soft tyres. Tyres that would almost be on the verge of puncture at this point.
Yeah, we'll see a dramatic explosion to finish this race off.
Yeah.
So much regret though through the chicane. And RT now, by the way, into DRS range of Calcutta. He will get it out of the chicane at the start of sector 3 if he just stays this close, which he should do. He's closing even more now. And back down to Tumas quickly as they get ready for the main straight. 6 Seals.
The run here. Down
yeah,
towards
should be
turn
easy.
1. DRS open.
6 Seals really, if he's smart, he'll just leave this one. I think just it's not worth it with the tyres the way they are. Oh, they've both gone wide. Oh, 6 Seals! Oh, he's done what his teammate did. And he's hit the wall as well. Oh, look at the pirate.
Oh, we're not coming.
Well, it wasn't as spectacular as his teammate, but oh dear. McLaren not having a good day. R2 is using DRS, but he actually is now out of the second, just went back in there now though. So he's close, but just not close enough, I don't think, really. Calco's may just hold on here.
Something about the way Tumas overtakes people tends to make McLaren spin, I've noticed, in the past few minutes.
Yes.
With both of them going around.
6 Seals now last.
I don't think he hit them either times.
And now they just went on their own. They just went by themselves.
Just went around, yeah. Dirty air or something, maybe, I don't know.
I think it just threw the ball down, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't know. What else is happening?
We've still got R2 very
R2.
close. Only 2 laps to go. Needs to get this done now, really. Not many opportunities left. Pirate gets a penalty, don't know how that'll affect him. But we've also got Blunt trying to get past Nike, so somehow, even though he's got much older tires, he's still in it.
Calkers is actually out of it because he's got 2 penalties and Archie has none.
Okay. What about 4 in his penalties?
That ruins the only excitement that we had towards the end of this race.
What about 4 in his penalties?
I think he may have 1 or 2. I'm not sure.
Well, the Force India driver came in as the champion, qualified 4th on the grid today, and was on the alternate strategy. Didn't look like it would work out brilliantly. It did look like it would work, but it's worked out much better than he probably thought it would. With the Ferraris just capitulating throughout the race, has to be said, and yeah, him just having a rather easy day at the end of the day, and it has been like this last season as well, where he just happens to dominate races. He's been doing it from the very start, from Abu Dhabi 2017. He's loving that the pink car. and he's going to take yet another victory in it. He is just half a lap away now. And R2 still in the back of Calgers, but you say he should still get past anyway, so it will be fine.
He will do.
Blunt was overtaken, by the way. He did overtake, sorry, on Nike, but Nike is going round the outside again. Can't get through though. And so the extra pit stop does prove to be a little bit stupid, as he does end up losing the place, and unnecessarily so as well.
Yeah, that's bit. Yeah, it was unsaid. It was unnecessary. Could have stayed on them soft tires at the end, but he chose to pit for some odd reason. But Thorium coming around the final corner now. He won in pre-season the Bahrain last week. He comes around the final corner now to win in Australia and win round 1. Season 5 here in SLR Tier 1. That's a good start from last year's champion.
Calkers comes to the line. He'll be second across the line, but we should see him fall to third now as R2, and the Williams takes P2 instead. Surface, a bit of a save from the disastrous race today for Ferrari. He will come home to take P4, and Blunt, rather luckily, will be fifth across the line. Penalties could affect him. We'll wait and see on that one though. To the line, only a second between the Haas and Williams, and it will be Blunt ahead of Nike. And the 5-second stock go penalty for Nike, costing him P5 there. Tuomas actually had a decent race. He was unlucky to crash on lap 1, but he will come through to finish at 9 seconds ahead of Pirate in the end. I don't know where Pirate's pace went there, but he's fallen right up the back. 6 wheels, by the way, already finished in P10. And here's Tuomas in his Red Bull to come across the line and score, 6 points for himself, so he'll be happy with that. Pirate cruising around the final corner, short shifting, looking for CYP as well, very close to him, and they will come across the line in 8th and 9th. I think CIP does still get 9th. There was a lot of penalties for Pirate, but not enough to lose the place.
So that was your Tier 1 race then. Now, if I can check time now, in about 10 minutes time, our Assist League is starting, so I'm sure to tune in for that, but your winner today in Tier 1 stands on the top step of the podium. The man in pink wins the first round of Season 5, and it's a promising season for the winner in Season 4. If you can continue that to maybe bring a second championship.
So he's now won races in 3 seasons. Just thinking about it, I don't know if there's any other drivers who's been that successful. I think he took his first win in season. I think he took the first win of a season that he participated in. If you get what I mean, he's always been first winner.
Yeah.
If you get what I'm on about. So
yeah. Apart from last season, which was maybe in Australia.
Yeah, of course it's maybe.
Yeah.
So okay, sorry.
He won his debut in Abu Dhabi, I think.
Yes, I was commenting on that one. I think it was when Alex took his title. What a shame he didn't come back and take a second one, but oh well, unfortunately he left as well.
He did, but that's your race today. Like I say, A1, our Assist League is here in 10 minutes time. Be sure to tune in for that, but I have been Ben Gallagher. That's been Owen Wyatt, and we will see you next time.
Alright, safe travels, ladies and gentlemen, and it's not Bahrain next week, ignore that, it is Spain, so yeah, we will see you then. I think it's 5 PM again, or a 5:15, something like that. It's okay, yeah, so bye, see you next week.